Well, g'day everyone. Thought I'd give you a quick glance at this Tamron lens. I'm holding this by hand, so it is going to be a bit rocky or unstable. I'm just giving you a sneak peek of what the lens looks like. It'll give you an idea about how small this lens is. Now, I've got it on my Moser Air 2 at the moment, the Air 2, sorry, and it's worked amazingly well. Stay tuned for the full review though. Like I said, I've just got this as a pre-release. Now, it is a pre-release lens, so it's got pre-release software in it. So it's not the final software though. So I'm not going to be testing things like ultimate sharpness and things like that. And I've just done a real test today. I've done a video test of Rebecca, which I'll put together with also some stills. So stay tuned for that. I'll show you basically the size. It's really nice. I mean, I think it's a little bit lighter than the 28 to 75. It seems to be a little bit lighter. It is a 67mm lens, so it seems to be really nice. You'll get an idea if you look against my hand. It's really small. Focusing wise, seem to do just as good as the other Tamron lens I've got, the 28 to 75. So that is really good news. So it was really fast in that regard. And it seemed to be lovely to use. I can't say anything bad about it at all. It's a really nice lens. Like, I've found them to be very, very solid in the construction. Like, I know my 28 to 75 is still as good as the day I've got it. So, you know, that's a thing. So let me just switch this around. So, yeah, what I've been doing today, I've just been sort of walking around. I'll have to handhold this. Sorry if it's shaky. I've just been walking around these beautiful gardens, just doing a shoot with Rebecca. Rebecca's just left, so I wanted to give it a bit of a test out to see how it actually went. And it seems to be really good, so I'll let you know fully when I get home and look at them on the computer and stuff like that. Like I said, it has got a pre-release software on this lens though, so it's not a final release software. So, you know, I'm not going to give it its ultimate test. I will get it back again in around about 2 weeks. Today I've only really got the lens for today, just so I could do a shoot for Tamron, so I can show it around to you guys, really, just as a pre-release. There's only 2 of these in Australia at this stage, so I'm very lucky to get my hands on one. So stay tuned. It seems to be great. Focus fantastic. Looks really sharp, what I could see in the camera itself. Like I said, I'll have a full look when I get it back on the computer. It seemed to be the focal length looked really nice. I mean, the 17 to 28 looked great. And if you fit that in with the actual 28 to 75, what a great combination. Yes, sometimes you may need something a little bit wider, but you know what? I mean, that's always going to happen. And then the money that you save by buying this lens, well, you could really purchase a prime lens. And I suppose that's one thing that, you know, you've got to understand with that they are so reasonably priced, these lenses, that you can buy a prime if you need something a little bit wider. It's beautiful on a gimbal though, and I loved using it on a gimbal, just like I've loved using my 28 to 75 on a gimbal. So that was one great thing. I can't really get to your questions yet though, guys. I'll have to look when I get home. It's a bit hard doing it here, but I'll just switch over so you'll see on the gimbal side. So you can see here it's sitting on the gimbal itself. This was the Moser Air 2, so you know, it was a decent sized gimbal, but it's really lovely balance. Like I said, the lens surprised me how light it is. It really is lovely and light to use. It seems to be that this could be the ultimate gimbal lens due to the fact that you've got that nice and wide 17 and you can go all the way up to 28. You know, and if you use clear image zoom, well, then you can even zoom in a little bit further as well. So it looks like it's just going to be a fantastic lens overall. Like I said, the same build quality that you had with the 28 to 75. It is very compact, yeah, very compact, and that's what I loved about it. The second I took it out, I thought, wow. I think I've got my Tamron lens in here. Let me just see if I can get it out. So this is the other Tamron lens. Now, it's just to give you a size comparison, it has got the lens hood on there. So it is definitely smaller than what the 28 to 75 is. I can't get them close enough because I'm holding my phone as well. And it's got the lens cap on it, but it is smaller. So I think, like I said, I do think it's probably going to be, like I said, the ultimate gimbal lens that you can purchase, because the autofocus seemed to be really good. I'll let you know fully when I get home, obviously. I mean, it's still, I'm only looking at the back, what it was showing on the back of the screen, but it was working great with the A9, or it seemed to be. I took a whole series of images. I also did a bit of flash work as well, so I'll be sharing those very shortly. I suppose the thing, like, you know, if you do follow me, you understand that I like to show real images. I don't like to be photographing things like brick walls and things like that. So it's all about what it really shoots like, and that's really all that matters to me. So stay tuned for that. I'll have the video up tomorrow. I might put a sneak peek up of one of the images today. And I will have the video up tomorrow, though, so you're going to be able to see a mix of the video and the stills tomorrow. So yeah, well, it doesn't zoom. Someone just said zoom. It doesn't. It's an internal zoom. So yeah, it doesn't do it. So that's it. That's why I'm saying that's why it's such a good gimbal for lens for gimbal. It doesn't zoom at all. So everything's internal. Which is nice. Like I said, I think this may be the ultimate gimbal lens that you can buy. Like, I love my 28 to 75, but this may be even better, being an internal zoom. Stunning. Well, it looks like it's got great quality, great focus. So I can't really say any more about it at this stage than what I've used today. So I've used it for a few hours. I do like to use them in real life. So stay tuned, guys. So fire away any questions anyway later on, and I'll try and get back to you later on today. But like I said, stay tuned for the video tomorrow, as I'll get that up in the morning, or maybe not in the morning, but it'll be sometime tomorrow. So fantastic. I'll just take it off the thing. Bear with me. I'll just put this down just for a second, and I'll show you in the hand how big this is. Just so you'll get a better idea. So if I hold it in my hand, I'll put this the other way. Sorry about the hand holding all of this, but you'll see here what sort of rough size this is. So it'll give you an idea about the size. It feels really nice and compact. It really is. And like I said, the internal zoom is fantastic for this. Live reef, well, I can only tell you by looking at the how sharp it appears on the back of the screen at this stage, because I haven't downloaded them yet on the computer, so I'll have to let you know. Like I said, though, this is pre-beta. This is beta software on this lens, though, so it's not the final lens firmware. So I haven't been able to test anything with critical sharpness. They asked me not to do that at this stage until it's released, but you know, it seems to be really good so far. Like I said, I can only comment what I saw on the back of the screen, and they look stunning. Just as good in focus as what my 28 to 75 was. So stay tuned for that anyway. Like I said, wait till tomorrow, and then you'll be able to have a look at what the video looks like. It'll be interesting to see how good it looks when I put it onto the big screen, though. But I've got, look, I mean, I know Tamron know what they're doing now. They're not silly. They've really worked this game out. So, you know, I don't think there's going to be any issues at all. And now all we have to wait for is a 70 to 200, which I'm sure is going to be next. And then you've got the trinity of lenses. So there you go. So that's the lens itself. Just a really quick sneak peek, guys. And I'll see you all tomorrow when I post the full video. Catch you guys. Bye for now.